my scrappy friends. I have a layout for you today that is part of Megan and I series that we're doing where we're making homemade kits from our stash. And this is the last layout that I'm going to be sharing a process video for the first kit. So next week we will be sharing a new kit that we're making from a recipe. We kind of tweaked our recipe a little bit and we're going to be doing that, and so I'm excited. So if you guys are excited too, I hope you guys will join over join us and maybe make some layouts. So what I'm doing is I'm adding some paint to this white cardstock. I didn't add any gesso, I don't believe, but I don't remember. No, I didn't add any gesso. I had to feel it. This is just plain acrylic paint. And the reason why I didn't add the gesso is I knew I wasn't really doing a whole lot except for just adding paint. And sometimes I just add the paint without adding gesso because I'm not too worried about it too much. So I did want to add a border. So I'm using this really cool pen that I got. That is a letter pen. It's from Zig, and it's like a minty teal blue. And so I'm using that just to border around the outside. It's pretty close to that aqua-y blue, teal-y pink color, teal-y color. And then I also used my Silhouette Cameo and cut out a really cool like pentagon type of cut file. And so that was one of the things on our recipe, was to try to use some cut files. And since my Cameo is new, I really am digging trying to find ways to use it, because I really love it, and I really want to make sure that I get good use out of it. So, which is why we put it on for one of the things from a recipe. And so because there is a lot of paint, and that paper is actually the inspiration paper that we use for our kit, and so I really wanted to try to make sure I use that in the layouts that I was doing because I really like that paper. And that's from Dear Lizzie Serendipity. No, documentary, but it's like watercolor. And so now I'm just kind of finding some things. I really didn't want to overdo it, and that's why I didn't add anything behind those photos. I really thought about maybe adding like a piece of paper or like regular cardstock or something else, but I really wanted to be able to see that paint through the cut file because it's a big part of what is on the layout. And even though it's super bright, it's really fun. And I wanted this to be a fun layout because it's about my girls. A couple of weeks ago, they got their ears pierced. So we finally, they've kind of been wanting to do it, and like sometimes they would chicken out. And so we really convinced them that if you really want to do it, you really should, because it'll be really fun. So we finally were able to go out and get it done, and they were scared, but they did really well. So I was really happy, and I got some pictures, of course. And so their daddy held their hand while they got their ears pierced, and of course that always made it better. And they were surprised that it didn't hurt as much as they thought it was gonna hurt. There were no tears involved. Kaden almost cried, but once she's seen her ears, she smiled right up. So I'm just kind of looking through my die cuts and some of my stickers. I'm trying to keep it, like I said, really simple because it is really busy, but I did want to make sure I had a few clusters of stuff. So I used the cameras. The colors matched with the layout, and I will say I didn't add any yellow to the layout. Like I didn't add any pieces that had yellow in it. So the only yellow is what is in the cut file and what is with the paint. And I'm fine with that. Now, some people would kind of have a problem with that and would have wanted to add some of the embellishments maybe. But it didn't bother me. I don't know. I really was trying not to go crazy. And I'm sorry that you can't see that much of my layout. I didn't realize that I was so far up. I did add that color cast heart that I bought around Christmas time for my December daily. I had a couple of those left. I think that was the last one, though, that I used from that. Yeah. And it just seemed to match, so I put it up at the top. And I did cut me out looking for all these. So I took the title, and I'm using the Maggie Holmes thickers. So those are Maggie Holmes from the New Bloom collection. And then the Studio Calico, and I mixed them up, and it says, "Am I more beautiful with earrings?" And Kaden said that in the evening time after they had gotten their ears pierced. She was like, "Daddy, am I more beautiful with earrings?" And I thought it was so cute. So I had to use it for a title because, you know, the girls are at that age now where they really want to feel beautiful, which is normal. And so I just thought it was cute. And I did fool around with this earrings quite a bit because it didn't seem like it was completely straight, and actually it still doesn't. But I just had a hard time getting it. And then I think at the end, I just had to let it go and said, okay, I'm just going to stop playing with it because it's not going to be perfect. And that's okay. And so I think the last thing that I do is add these sequins. So I added a couple extra sequins besides the Jelly Bean Soup ones that were in the kit. I have some Stampin' Up! Ones that match the colors, and so I just added those. And I just placed them around where I had the clusters, and I really liked the way that turned out. And then I just ended up using a little bit of Heidi Swap Tinsel Color Shine for my mist. I didn't want to use black. I thought the tinsel would work really well with that gray-black watercolor on the cut file. And then, so later on, I will do my journaling, but I didn't do the journaling on this layout. So you'll see the close-ups in a minute. So don't forget to go over to Megan's channel and check out her video of her last layout. I believe she's going to be doing a Kill Kit video, and I will be talking on my blog about the other layouts. I did one other layout besides this layout. So I'll be talking about what I have left over and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and I kind of hope you join along. I know next month I think we're going to have some extra people joining in. So if you're thinking you want to join in, let us know and we'll give you the recipe ahead of time so you can start picking out your stuff. So we will see you later and have a great week. Bye.